Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and good wherever you are. I am JP here with Learn Elementor. Let's look at the headline element that comes with JetElements from Crocoblock. You can find it in the inspector under your Crocoblock JetElements tab, and we look for a headline here. Click, hold, and drag, and I'll drop it here. Let's say we want to replace this our team with this headline element. What do we have here? We have a first part and then we have a second part. So the heading is the first part, and I will call this our great, and then the second part, spectacular team, just so that we have a few more words to work with. And that's it. That is the content of our title. Then let's jump to decorative elements. Before deco type icon, you can add an icon. So let's bring in an icon here with the little bell. And then you have after deco type, you can also add an icon or you can add an image. And just to give you an idea of how the image will look, let's bring in a really funky image. But in both cases, I think I'm going to go for none. This opens a lot of graphic possibilities by adding these icons. With settings, you have your HTML tag. You have also direction. I really enjoy this one called vertical. It gives you that stacked. Your alignment is currently set to center, and you can put it to the left and to the right, which is funky. And if you want to add a link here, go ahead, be bold. Under your styling, you have everything else that you can dream of in terms of styling. You have your general padding and margins and your background. And then you have separate control over the first part and the second part. Look here, I can put that to the beginning, center, or to the right. Text color can be switched out here, your typography. And one of the things that you can do here. So let's go back to content, and under settings, we're going to put this on horizontal. Let's go back to style and then choose the second part. So the first part and second part going to be exactly the same in terms of the styling. What I'll do here is I'll add a background, and that is a blue. So let's choose a color here, and I'll add it to black. Then we just need to add a little bit of padding here. So let's say 10, and look how easily that is done. I'll just delink them and add a little bit more at the right and on the left. In fact, let's take a little bit away from the padding at the top and the bottom. Give it a little bit more of a controlled box effect. The other great feature is to apply a masking text to an image. Let's do that to the first part. So we'll make this text a little bit more bolder. Let's go to typography and choose under weight. We're going to choose 900 to make sure it's the biggest we can get. Transform, we'll put it on uppercase. And then let's just go ahead and increase the size spectacularly. From here then, within the first part or the second part, at the very bottom you will see text image. Use text image, which is a masking effect for the text image. Choose a text from your library or bring in a new one. This color with red will do well. Yeah, let's go for these sneakers, and look at that. And then you also have that control over the position. If I want to have a little bit more of red, I'll put it on the top left. The last part here is decorative elements. And here you have control over divider mode. And if I enable divider mode, you will see a line appears on the left and the right. This gives you much more design capabilities. You have your size and you have space here, left and right. If you go to left and you disable the left, you will see that the divider will now only appear on the right and flush all of the content to the left. Really great feature. Let's have a look at a few examples. This one applies a gradient with stack for the first and then the second part. Very similar to what we did. The second part, we put it in a box color. And then this is a very good example of how you can use the masking feature. Stack it, then make your text really big, really loud, and put that image as a mask. A few more examples here. And this will give you a pretty good idea of what you can do with this headline element. a little bit of a funky design here by playing around with the margins and then setting also the gradient and opacity. Great headline element from JetElements from Crocoblock, and this can be used in Elementor Free as well as Elementor Pro. From me, JP, stay safe and go well.